Ndị be anyị ngwadalụ dị nnenu anyị si ka ụbọchị nkịta mana na anyị na mma anyị si ka nkonye chiri ya zelụkwa dịka o si dị ya bụ Eastern News 24 ka anyị si wee na-ewetara ya bụ ozi nje gị n'ugbu a gbasịta maka ya bụ ife na-eme na Eastern Region and the entire nation. Please pay attention to this update anyị ji maka ya wee bịa n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uruchi nkịta. Alright, ozi ewetara unu bụ according to the Biafra activist wetara ya bụ ozi as he quote: "Breaking news. Hajj celebration hit Biafra land as the global powers recognize USBG endorsed by American government." Here the news in details. All right, according to update Makiawe Beniro, this is according to the Biafran activist Bekulola, Bikotonti Kiniyo over the Igwan Umibo and the Biafrans. All right, over to you, sir.
According to the information reaching us here, the government of USA have recognized Biafra as a nation and also as an entity based on the information before me here, allegedly. And I would like you to see this clip, why you also share it for others to see. Because on this clip, you will see the international lawyer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Bruce Finn, right at the side of the president of USA. Some people were before, this man don't have level, he cannot reach anywhere. We have a lobbyist who say his name is Elias, that don't even know road to White House, whether road there is 5 or 6 or 7. But every day he's on the live insulting Biafrans. Bruce Finn, if you don't know, is also a lobbyist under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and he knows inside and outside of White House, Washington DC. He don't make noise. You rarely see him online. Anyway, let me allow you to see this clip. When we come back, then we discuss more. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Oya, Uregade.
The president of the most powerful nation in the world just made a declaration and an endorsement that will significantly impact the USB movement. Yes. So the question here is, what is that declaration coming from the USA? Well, just in case you don't know, the president of the USA has approved and endorsed the USB embassy that was built in Washington DC. Yes, so in this video I'll be exposing and revealing every single thing that's happened behind the scenes and every other thing that happened before the president of the most powerful nation in the world had no choice but to approve and endorse the USB embassy. Yes, this is going to be a very, very informative and interesting video, and I'll urge you to watch it up until the very, very end. So let's begin. Well, so how did the president of the USA get to see or understand the USB embassy that he just recently approved and endorsed? Well, it all kick-started on the 6th of November of 2024 last year, when Mr. Simon, who happens to be the Prime Minister, came out to make a very, very serious revelation. Well, showing right now on your screen is a post coming from his official Twitter page where he states, "Breaking. The Nigerian government officially wrote to the president of the USA so as to distance himself from my agitation for freedom. They actually advertised myself to the president." Yes, so as you can see, a series of individuals reported Mr. Simon to the sitting president of the USA so that he can distance himself from him and never endorse him in any way, shape or form. Well, showing right now on your screen is a particular example of an individual, a core member of the All Progressive Congress, who in a post called the attention of the president of the USA so that he can disassociate himself with Mr. Simon. Well, the plans of these individuals domiciled in the All Progressive Congress did not actually work to their plan. Yes, because something happened in reverse. Yes, something that many individuals weren't expecting at that point in time. So what really happened? Let me show this to you. Take a look at this post coming from Mr. Simon, where he claimed, "Breaking, I briefed the president of the USA campaign team on how the Nigerian terrorist state unalive many USB citizens who were celebrating his victory in 2016, and the message synced very well." So as you can see, this is a tweet coming from Mr. Simon where he claimed that he has briefed the campaign team of the sitting president of the USA regarding some situations that happened in Nigeria back in 2016. A couple of days later, we saw a video that went viral on all social media platforms where an individual representing the USB movement met with the campaign teams of President Trump so as to brief them and give them insights about the current situation in the southeastern Nigeria. Yes, so as you can see, we have this individual representing the USB movement having a series of conversations with foreigners domiciled in the USA, particularly in Washington, D.C. Yes, in that said meeting, Mr. Simon openly supported the sitting president of the USA in his quest on becoming the president of that nation. Yes, so Mr. Simon told the whole wide world that Mr. Trump is the only individual and the only candidate in the US presidential elections that can actually take USA to the next point and to the next level. He came out openly and shared his views and opinions regarding the USA presidential elections. Yes. A couple of days later, Mr. Simon dropped a tweet that gave us more clarity and better understanding on what happened in that meeting, where an individual representing the USB had to meet with the campaign teams of Mr. Trump. Well, showing right now on your screen is this actual tweet or post where it states, "I was among the first international politicians as the Prime Minister of the USB government to endorse the sitting president of the USA, and it will go in the stamp of history." Yes, so Mr. Simon happens to be the very first politician, international politician, to publicly endorse the sitting president of that nation. Yes, even Wikipedia had to record that feat. Yes, Wikipedia, which happens to be one of the biggest websites in the world, recorded the fact that Mr. Simon is the very first international politician to endorse the sitting president of the USA before their presidential elections. So this singular act of Mr. Simon drew the attention of Mr. Trump. Yes, so the president of the USA noticed that this man, Mr. Simon, a man from Nigeria and Finland, was so interested in his quest on becoming the president, and that sent some green light to the current president of the USA. But before then, on the 26th of November of 2022, 3 years ago, we received a publication from Daily Post where it states Igbos inaugurate USB house in United States of America and give reasons. So as you can see, individuals from the USB inaugurated a house known as the USB house in America. Yes, showing right now on your screen is a picture recorded from that particular day and time where some individuals representing the USB came together, paid for an apartment and made it the USB official house. And at that point in time, that house wasn't recognized as an embassy. It was just like a meeting point for individuals and officials under the USB movement. Well, for better understanding and for more clarity, take a look at this post where it states Igbos residing in the USA have inaugurated the USB house in Oxon Hill in Maryland, Washington, D.C. Daily Post gathered that the USB house was inaugurated to serve people who believe in the USB and friends of the nation. This was authoritatively disclosed to Daily Post by a source. And interestingly, that USB house in Oxon Hill in Maryland, Washington, D.C. is just 19 minutes drive away from the White House domiciled in Washington, D.C. Yes, so showing right now on your screen is a clear description of the distance between the USB house and the White House domiciled in that country. As you can see, these two institutions were actually very close to each other. It was just 19 minutes drive from White House to the Oxon, Maryland house. Yes, so the proximity of this Igbo house in Washington, D.C. and the White House still in Washington, D.C. gained massive attention from politicians domiciled in the American politics. Yes, well, that wasn't all. On the 26th of August of 2023, 2 years back, we received a publication yet again from Daily Post where it states, Simon, the USB government in exile opens administrative office in the USA. It also went a step further to clarify that the USB government says it has opened an administrative office in Maryland, Baltimore, USA. The Prime Minister of that movement, known as Mr. Simon, disclosed this on Saturday on his official X handle. He said the office would boost the quest for the USB liberation and referendum. Yes, so as you can see, at this point in time, the USB already had two houses in Washington, two houses in the USA. One was located at the Baltimore, Maryland, and the second one was located in Oxon Hill, still in Maryland, Washington, D.C. This was a strategic move made by Mr. Simon. Yes, and just in case you don't know, this Baltimore, Maryland house was actually 1 hour drive away from the White House. Showing right now on your screen is a clear satellite image of the distance. So as you can see, it's just 1 hour drive away from each other. So fast forward to the 25th of February 2025. The Deputy Prime Minister of the movement, known as Ngozi Orabueze, met with an individual known as Elias Gerasulis. Yes, showing right now on your screen is a publication coming from Mr. Simon that gave more insights where it states the USB lobbyist Elias Gerasulis and the USB Chief of Staff Dr. Ngozi Orabueze are the headquarters of the USB lobbyist firm in Washington, D.C. Yes, so Ngozi Orabueze met with this individual at Washington, D.C. to have conversations about the USB and also to turn all the USB houses in Washington to an embassy. So yeah, these guys had a series of conversations and they came to an understanding, and all of the documents were presented to an institution known as the U.S. Department of Justice. Yes, so this guy submitted a series of documents and letters to this particular group seeking permission to make the USB a nation and to make its houses an embassy. Yes, well, showing right now on your screen is a document you retrieved where we can clearly see the fact that Mrs. Ngozi Orabueze wrote to the U.S. Department of Justice requesting for a series of agendas to be made. Yes, the very first one is to make the USB a sovereign nation and also to make it a country of its own. And the second one was very, very simple: make our houses an embassy. Yes. So interestingly, a couple of days back, we received a notification that states, breaking, Department of Justice registers and recognizes the USB as a foreign nation and its cabinet members. We are no longer an agent organization. We are a nation with all the laws protecting a nation. Yes, this was a massive one for the USB movement. At the same time, as we speak, the USB house located in Oxon, Maryland is currently being transformed so as to occupy the office of the USB embassy in USA, Washington, to be precise. So as you can see, this is a massive one for the USB movement, and this is a massive one for the Quest. Kudos to the sitting president of the USA in making this dream come to reality, and kudos to these lawyers standing or seated very close to the president of the USA, because these guys played massive role in ensuring the sovereignty of the USB. Anyways, if this is your first time seeing our videos, do well to subscribe and turn on post notifications, because here we discuss recent happenings and updates from all parts of the world. Yes, so if you want to be among the very first individual to catch our next update, do well to subscribe and turn on post notifications. Thanks.
When we told you that USB government is working, some people may not understand. I don't want to let the cat out of the basket. If not, I would have told you people the connections between the government of USB and the original lobbyist from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But let me just keep it in suspense until when the time is right, so that the idiots will not infiltrate the person that is working. So let me put it on that. If I wouldn't hear the kind of internet, man, I go to Kewezoku, nwoke anya a na-akpọ that is international representative of a guy is working with the government of the day. Just take it that way. Okay, I said that the Biafran have been recognized by global powers, and also it has been endorsed by the government of USA. That is the powerful country among the whole countries of the world. Out of 193 countries, we have only one powerful country, world power, and that is the United States of America, able and spearheaded and led by our own Mazi Donald J. Trump. Hey, I don't cause confusion. No. That's why I put Mazi now. A lot of people now will come and attack me. Hey, on a two they claim anything. Anywhere where they see it, on a claim. Anywhere on a see. My brother, that is the nature of an Igbo man. We are industrious in nature. We like to multiply. We like to accommodate. We like to, you know. They will not understand. Anyway, this one is a very, very good message. And kudos to the government of USB, kudos to the DPM, and also kudos to the USB cabinet. My brothers and sisters, listen and listen good. Let me tell you the simple truth. We are working. The government is working. And we are seeing results. There's no noise, no calling of names, no abuses. Just focus. Because many people have turned USB now to become their own struggle. People who are struggling for the USB, for the people of Biafrans. There's some people at the behind have turned those struggle to be their own struggle. In other words, if you are fighting Nigerian government, I'll be fighting you because I'm working for Nigerian government and claiming to be working for Biafrans, which is very, very bad. Stomach infrastructure is very, very bad. Mazin Namdekano Abimazin Saminekwa say that a hungry man does not fight for freedom, because along the line, one plate of pepper soup and the white rice, my brother, he deviated already. So before you fight for freedom, you must make sure you gag. And that was why Dr. Ngozi Orebeze can stand any storm that comes her way. That woman is a millionaire in dollars, even before assuming the office of becoming the deputy prime minister or COS under Simon Ekpa. A registered nurse who operates her own clinic according to the informations. So she's already a millionaire in dollars. When you are a millionaire in dollars, that means you are billionaire in naira or a gemma. Are you hearing me now? So that was why it is very, very hard for them to penetrate her. She have seen money already and she wants her freedom. That living in America for a very long time, sometimes it is not enjoyable. There's nothing sweet past home. And most of us living abroad, yes, we enjoy the environment, we enjoy everything here. We enjoy the light, we enjoy the good roads, we enjoy the good governance. But do you know what it means when you go back to your home, where you can even remove your slippers and walk on the ground, play with the sand and every other thing? Some people will say, nah, after if you want to play with the sand, you can go to the beach. My brother, there is nothing sweet more than your own home, where you grew up. Even if in a mud house there, you will go there. After sleeping in an AC house for many years, you will go there and comfortably lie down there, sleep gently and wake up in the morning. Either you go to the farm or you go to the kitchen or go wherever, or you go to the bushes. You know, be hearing the sound of a bird, you know, all those kind of things. We miss it. Don't even see it that we are enjoying life here. Yes, we might enjoy life, but a lot of things is missing. We miss home. So we need to come back home. And there's no any place we are going if not our Biafra land. Because that is where our security, our freedom are guaranteed. So Ngozi Orebeze, there's no any money we can give to her now that will make her to buy the happiness she will have when coming back to her home and said, I am now in my land. I am now in my country as a Biafran and also somebody who fought for this. Are you hearing me now? Okay, you won't get a claim to be a millionaire, but every blessed day, 7 days in a week, it is fundraising, fund our destiny, and there's nothing coming out from it. And they will ask me now, what have Ngozi achieved? A lot. A lot. If they put it side by side now, okay, you won't get it. What have you achieved? Ngozi, what have you achieved? My brother, the list of what Ngozi have achieved is from now. In fact, it go from Asia down to our Biafra land. And the results are there for you to see. You will talk about men on ground. Men on ground have been infiltrated. Men on ground was infiltrated by Ogetukun Kere with lies. Do you know that our Biafran Nations League are no more in existence because of Ogetukun Kere's lies? They lied to them. They confused them. They stopped them from working with the government of USB because Simon Ekpa is not there. They hijacked that movement. Now Ezekiel don't back off. He don't withdraw all his men for the lack of sponsor, for the lack of having granite to fight the BIR battalion, the intervention that's coming from Cameroon. They confuse all the whole security men on ground, turn their back on the real government. Now they don't have funds again to sponsor the Biafra Nations League, Ezekiel and his boys. Now they have withdrawn entirely from Bakassi Peninsula. That is the work of Ogetukun Kere. And somebody will come and tell you now that he is working. He is working. He just infiltrated the men on ground, all the whole security architecture that Biafra have. This man destroyed everything and turned them against itself. And then they begin to buy our own people for nothing's sake. Just to indict Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu because they want to hold power for a very long time. They want to subsidize their power. They want to solidify their power they got from an illegal way. But one thing is for sure, if every work way they do for this life, you get payment, there is payday. And that payday will never pass. It must surely come to pass. And when that time reach, no problem. But I'm encouraging you, the few ones that are still believing on the government of USB, my brother, my sister, be strong. Do not be moved. We have only one government, and that is the government of USB. That government is not government of Ngozi Oraveze. It is government of the people, by the people, and with the people. But they keep on targeting Ngozi Oraveze's government. It is neither Ngozi Oraveze's government, it is neither Simon Ekpa's government, it is the government of the people. Power belongs to the people. So I don't want you to be misunderstanding whatever that happened in that government. Ngozi Oraveze has done that. Ngozi Oraveze is just one out of over 50-something million people that voted for that government. She is there as a caretaker. And she is there to serve. Not other ones who are grabbing power to lead. You want to be a leader. But a leader is not being known as a leader. A leader is made to serve. But none of them want to serve. All of them want to lead. They want to lead from the front where the cash is coming.